You are listening to episode 34 of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Welcome to the Peaceful Mind Podcast, a place for creating the peace of mind you need to be the best mom you are created by God to be. If you want to bring more balance, more joy, and more peace to your motherhood, this is the place for you. I'm your host, certified life coach and Catholic mom, Danielle Thienel. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let's get started. Well, hello there, everyone. I'm so happy that you've joined me again this week. And if you are brand new, I just want to say welcome. The Peaceful Mind Podcast is here for you to help you have a more peaceful, balanced, joyful life. And it all starts with creating it with our mind. Okay, so that's why we talk about thoughts. And then as you can tell by the title today, which when I'm recording this right now, I don't know what it's going to be, but that's a good segue because confusion is always caused by the phrase, I don't know, or the thought, I don't know. And then you fill in the rest, right? So kind of ironic that right now I'm telling you I don't know what the episode is going to be, but it's going to be something about, in the title about confusion, and it's all related. And I kind of had an episode similar to this a few weeks back. I'm not sure exactly which one, but it was about decision making, right? Peaceful decision making. And this is kind of, it's not only a piggyback, but it's a small part. And actually, when I said small part, I'm thinking, no, it's like everything. So this is what I wanted to talk about with you today, mamas, is when I meet my clients and we first get into the work of creating their best lives, right? We have to start with what's going on in your life right now. And then we have to talk about what it is that you actually want to see changed and what you wish would be like your ultimate dream life, right? We have to push our minds to actually going there because that's how you create it, is you have to know where you're going. But I get this from my clients when I ask them questions, and pretty much that's what a coach does, right? Is I'm there to show you what you have going on in your mind and heart and how you're showing up. And the way that I find out is by asking you a question. And when I ask a question and then get the answer, I don't know, this is when it's like a signal to me. First of all, it's totally normal. You're not broken. Nothing's gone wrong. And it's so simple and 100% fixable. So I love to share with you that we actually want to get to a point where we never have the answer, I don't know. And the reason why is because that thought causes confusion. And confusion is one of those non-serving, what we call indulgent emotions that feels terrible, but just has no use to you. And the truth is that you do know. Like, it is inside of you. I know we look outside of ourselves and we do lots of Googling and research and asking people and asking friends, which to a certain extent, yes, has its use. And we need to gather some information. But where I'm talking about is when you've already done that and then you're still believing that you need more, or that you totally believe that you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to answer a question, or you don't know the answer to the question. And what I would like to offer you is that kind of focus on going on what, for lack of a better phrase for right now that I can come up with, is like go on a quote, I don't know diet, meaning the experiment of seeing if you can like eradicate that phrase from your life and not ever say like, I don't know,
Because what if you did know? Like, what if it is true that the answer is inside of you? What if you just can take a best guess, and in doing so, in taking a guess and then following through on that action, what if that in itself will be the reason of how you do find out the answer that you're looking for? So, for example, I am redecorating our screened-in porch. And at first I was like, I don't know what I want. I don't know if I should get rid of all of it or if I should keep some of it. I'm not sure. So I recognize in myself that I don't ever want to rely on the I don't know. So I immediately ask myself the question, and I say, I say, Danielle, what if you did know? What do you think you would do? What do you think you would pick? And then when I answer that question, my answer is, I really don't want to keep that couch. It's like stains on the cushions. We've had it for years. It's not really my style anymore. I don't really want to keep that. Okay, there you go. That was my answer. Couch out. Okay, then I get to say, what do I want instead? And then I'll be like, well, I'm not sure. I don't know. And then at that point, you might do a little bit of research, right? You might go onto Pinterest, take a look around. And then after a certain point, you're going to be inundated with a million choices. And so again, you could say, if I knew that every couch that I pick would be perfect, which one would I want it to be? And see how just in answering that question of not saying I don't know, but saying, what if I did know? What would it be? That's going to at least help narrow down the choices. And yes, you will ask, I'll ask my kids, what do you think? Or maybe my husband, which ultimately, I'm going to pick what I want anyway, right? But as an example, it's something that opens up your mind, open, and you're willing and you're just more curious, as opposed to closed and confused and doubting. And it's just a simple little tactic that is so important to the work I do. And so in having it come up again and again and again with my clients, I said, I think that this is definitely a perfect little tip and exercise that I can hop on the podcast and let you know. So that's exactly what happened today. I just want you to get to the point where you can turn the phrase, I don't know, into the question, what if I did know? And then in that little shift, that 180 turnaround, I promise you, your mind and your brain will go to work on your behalf, searching and then finding the answers. And then even then, when you say, okay, what if I did know? Or what do I think is the best answer? Or what do I guess? If I just take a good educated guess, what do I believe that is the answer for myself? In that way, it's just so you get empowered. Instead of closing yourself off and feeling confusion, you get empowered, and immediately you go and pick something which gives you forward energy. Then once you pick something, then you will find out, right? You'll take action towards getting it and having it, or you'll realize once you've taken the action from your guess that that's not the right answer, that really that isn't what you wanted. But either way, you have to actually decide on something before you'll know. And that's where this kind of overlaps with the podcast episode on decision making. So if you want to go back and listen to that. The beautiful news is that the answers are inside of you, and that there are certain thoughts and emotions that really don't serve you. And that's what I'm about, helping you serve yourself better, which of course that's with better mindset, better ways of thinking and feeling, because the action then comes that you actually are showing up better. So if you are right now finding yourself saying that you don't know, I want to kind of give you like the challenge that every time you become aware that you're thinking you don't know the answer, ask yourself, what if I did know? What do I think the answer is? What's my best guess? And then I promise you, your brain will help you find the answers you want. And then you will immediately be able to step out of confusion when you pick one of those answers and just test it out. Just see if that is what it is the answer. And in so, you will feel immediate relief, because confusion is not useful. And what we're after is peace. And when our mind is full of confusion and indecision and thoughts of I don't know, then we are out of peace. And so when you make a decision and you decide that you do know and that you're going to take a guess and that you're just going to move forward with something so that you'll test it out and then know, then you can get more quickly to a place of peace. Again, this peace that we want in our life is found and created by our minds. And as always, I want you to have a peaceful mind. So just take on my challenge and even just see this week how many times you say, I don't know. And then when that happens, just take a guess. Believe that you do know. Take action on that answer and just see how you feel. It'll be the opposite of confusion. And just knowing that that's possible can bring you peace of mind. And before I go, I just want to remind you that there is a guide that I created that can also bring some relief to your morning with prayer. And I have created this guide just for you, especially for those that let me know that they don't have enough time or are not making enough time for prayer. And it is called the 30-Day Path to a Peaceful Mind. I did a podcast about it a little bit back ago. And just a reminder that the link to purchase it will be in the show notes. 30% of it goes to Catholic charities. And I would love for you to get one for yourself. And then also when you do that, I'm happy to have you share copies with anyone else you would feel who would benefit from this guide. Okay, that's it for today. Have a wonderful day, and I will speak with you soon. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Are you ready to take everything I teach you here and put it to work for your own life? To really learn how to have peace of mind no matter what is happening around you? If so, I'd love to have you as a client. As your coach, this is where you'll get personal and focused time on your own mind using life coaching tools, concepts, and proven life-transforming wisdom, all through a faith-filled lens. To learn more about how we can work together, come on over to DanielleThienel.com. There, you'll see how to sign up for a free coaching consult and learn how to get started. Until next time, peace be with you always.